Hey everyone, and welcome back to Commander Cookout on YouTube Top 5 in 5. This time, the top 5 3-drop mana rocks.
Ooh, very excellent. But before we get to it, do not forget FusionGamingOnline.com are the official sponsors. You can use CCO Spring promo code to get 5% off your whole dang old order, including all of your 3 CMC mana rocks that we're going to talk about today. And we got to speed really quickly because we've got lots of honorable mentions and a ton of cards that we're going to pack into just 5 cards. So what is your first honorable mention?
Dragon's Horde. It's a tribal 3-drop mana rock. It is a manolith that also acts as a card draw engine if you're playing dragons, and it would be really cool to see those for other tribes. What about you?
I've got 3-drop mana rocks that give us or our opponents mana. They allow us to help a buddy out if he's struggling, if their game's not getting off on the right foot, or if it is and we want to keep the mana all for ourselves. I've got Spectral Searchlight and Victory Chimes.
Sometimes you just need that 1 extra mana to Rite of Replication your Biovisionary.
Okay, now on to the real top 5. Number 5.
Chromatic Lantern. It is mana fixing in a can, lets you play nothing but basics to play your 5-color deck and have perfect mana. It's overshadowed a little bit in some people's minds. I think that is unfair.
It lets us get away with budget mana bases and not need to use dual lands, shock lands, fetch lands, or any of those pseudo kind of dual lands that are all at rare these days.
Yeah.
Number 4
are cards that represent 3 mana rocks that do other stuff. Commander Sphere, the Rainbow Cycle, and Cryptolith Fragment. They're all cards that tap for whatever color that you want, and they either let you draw a card, burst more mana, do damage to your opponents. There's all sorts of really cool stuff that you can take advantage of in almost any deck.
This is the first instance of seeing 3-drop mana rocks be creative. Stay tuned because we're going to look at the pinnacle of that. Number 3,
Skyclave Relic. A strictly better Darksteel Ingots. It's indestructible. It taps for any color that you want, and if you draw it late game and have a bunch of mana, you can get 3 of them.
And you're always going to have that mana because it's indestructible.
Really good in Brutaclad also.
Number 2,
the big daddy of creative, super cool mana rocks is Strixhaven Stadium. It makes mana, it changes how the game is played, and it lets you just straight up kill people.
This is a fantastic card. This is the one I was alluding to before. It represents the pinnacle of what we've seen from a creative or mechanically creative standpoint with regards to 3-drop mana rocks. It gives you mana or it lets you kill people. I think that that's very important to lock onto and to say, hey, they can do this thing or that thing or that thing. And people say, no, they can't. They'd never put that on a mana rock. Well, look at Strixhaven Stadium.
Yeah, it literally says make a player lose the game on it.
Very excellent. Okay. And the number 1 3-drop mana rock. If before we said, oh, this is great for your opponents, or this is tribal, or this is an entry to creativity at the 3-drop slot, or this is great late game, or this is the pinnacle of creativity. These 2 at number 1 represent the pinnacle of power at the 3-drop mana rock slot.
And they are Phyrexian/Ashnod's Altar. And we all know why these are here. We've all seen these cards just casually power out an earthquake that wins the game. We've all seen one of these just accidentally drop a 6-drop on turn fucking 2. You know, we've all seen these cards just go bananas, and that's why they are up at the very tippy top of powerful 3-drop mana rocks.
Huge mana in creature-based or token decks. Free sack outlets in decks that care about things entering the graveyard or triggering when something dies or reanimating for value. They do so many things, and a lot of those things, like Brando said, accidental. You don't even need to try. And when you don't even need to try to break a card wide open, that usually means that it's the most powerful card. Those are our top 5 in 5 most powerful 3-drop mana rocks. Now, we know that we didn't include Metal Worker. It is $160. It is a reserved list card. Listen to CCO episode 298 where we talk about Metal Worker in depth. Until next time, we got to say a big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. You can help shape our content by becoming part of our Discord and helping us with ideas for lists. Head on over to fusiongamingonline.com and use CCO Spring promo code to get 5% off on everything you're going to buy there, which you're going to buy anyways. Here's a list of our biggest supporters and our totally medium editor right now.